Another comparison here is to radio. So again, there's nothing wrong with traditional radio, and in fact, a ton of folks advertise on it. But one thing that we've kind of noticed when we speak with a lot of our clients, once we kind of talk through their needs and what they're looking for, usually the online radio seems to be a bit of a better option. Reason being is it's much more targeted. So on the traditional radio, right, we don't really have any target audience targeting capabilities. Sure, the station might have a general idea of who's tuning in and who's listening, but at the end of the day, it's a one-to-many broadcast. Whoever's tuning in to 102.7 at 3 p.m., that's who's going to hear the ad. It could be me, my brother, my sister, right? We just don't really know. Whereas with AudioGO, we can be very, very specific using all those targeting options we talked through, and you can really hone in and make sure that you're reaching as many of those listeners as possible. For reporting, again, it's all real time. You log in, can look at the reporting anytime you'd like. You can download reports, schedule those custom reports. On the traditional radio side, usually this is limited to either the middle and the end of the campaign, so you kind of get a campaign wrap up, but you aren't able to see things in real time. And a big part of this as well is this will help you optimize campaigns. If maybe we're not fulfilling as much budget on a certain campaign, you could shift that budget, or you can adjust your campaign on the fly. So that real-time reporting really helps you do that. Another thing here as well is, of course, the fact that we have the ability to run banners that they can click on, right? So we're able to track a lot more listener interactions and really drive more of that activity. Folks can click on the banner ads. We can use that pixel to track how many website visits we have, along with that display retargeting that's built into the tool. So that's a huge benefit. On the other side, of course, there's not really an option for folks to click, or can't really track what happens after we deliver that ad. The next piece would be placements. So it's very easy. Again, you just fill in the target audience information, and then our ads will run across thousands of online radio stations to reach the right listeners, as well as on the biggest music and podcast audio platforms. Whereas on the other side, of course, it's usually set up on a particular station or a group of stations at a particular time during the day. Again, you do have that capability in AudioGO. You can choose if you want to reach folks during peak drive times, for example. You can block off those hours to make sure that your ads are only delivered there. But having that reach, having those additional stations really helps you reach more of the target audience that you're looking for. And then the last one would be around pricing. So, we work with virtually any budget. You only pay for ads that we deliver. You can start and stop campaigns at any time. A lot of flexibility there. Which is a little bit more rigid on the traditional radio side. There's usually kind of higher minimum budget, and you have to pick certain flight times, and there's different prices for that. So we really make things flexible.